What's going on, family? It is After the Show. Franchise J. Claxton and this lady next to me, Dr. Kaz Vaughn. You got to say doctor in front of her name. You like it's like if you got a BMW 750 and somebody say you got a 745. No, you want all your points. You want all, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, give me all mine. You feel me? So crazy. That's what doctor is. Dr. Kaz, what's up?
Nothing. I'm excited. You know, we're doing the show and then we're headed to Viva Las Vegas.
Okay. Well, that's work. That's not vacation.
I know, but it's still it's Vegas. Work in Vegas. How many people you know go to work in Vegas?
Listen, we work. We working around here. We working around here. And speaking of work, right? Somebody has been working. The brat has been working because the brat is with child, right?
Well, she has, yes. Congratulations to the brat and Judy. Not necessarily work the way you think about it.
Okay.
She's, been inseminated, with their baby. So congratulations, it was something that Brett really wanted. Right. They wanted, and they're newlyweds, and so congratulations to Brett. That's what's up. And
so hold on, I want to say something about the Brett before you got started because you was on the road. Hold on, right?
Okay.
I do want to say this. I don't know if I was out of pocket. This was some years ago, right? This is Car and Bike Show, Atlanta, some years ago. So I was interviewing Brett, and I said, Brett, on the What Do You Like album cover, 12-inch album cover with you and Tyrese, you looked amazing. I was like, man, that was pretty impressive. And she looked like she didn't really want to take that compliment.
Probably because I wouldn't have took that compliment if you said, oh, that was pretty impressive.
No, I said you looked amazing. That's a compliment.
Okay, saying you look amazing and then coming back with that's pretty impressive.
That was impressive.
No, but for a woman, I'm telling you, for a woman, that's a side hand. You may, despite how you meant it, for a woman, that's like, oh, that's pretty impressive. Like, I never looked good any other time. And that really is, I'm okay. So either you.
No, I'm taking it.
No, you're not, because you're making faces.
I'm just making faces.
Yeah, but the face. No, that's not as a man. Jay.
No, because we don't know certain things.
That's not as a man.
We don't know certain things. Just like obviously, Karl Malone didn't know some things.
No, Karl Malone was aware of what he did. Okay. He knew that she was 13 when he impregnated her.
Yeah, that wasn't good. He was 20.
Yeah.
And she was 13, and at no way, point, fashion, form, any of that a 20-year-old should be dealing with a 13-year-old. It's no way, shape, form, fashion. It just doesn't. It should be nothing that should attract you to a 13-year-old. Nothing.
I agree. And he has not dealt with the comments. All-Star Weekend was this past week.
Right, in
Utah, and this all came back up because they wanted him to be, for one of the judges for the dunk contest. So, with that said,
But talking about being attracted to people or whatever the case may be, I saw a tweet. And I sent it to you because I wanted to know what's your take on this tweet. So let me say the tweet. So everybody knows what I'm talking about. So there was a tweet that said, "Natural bodies are for poor females. I said what I said." Now this was from another female. She said that natural bodies are for poor females. I said what I said.
So
end quote.
So when I saw it, I was offended that you sent it to me. And let me tell you why. Because for me, yes, you did. You did not preference. You just sent a screenshot of it. And so certain comments you should never send to a woman without preferencing what you're talking about. Because, a woman wants to look her best for her mate. Okay, so if I see that and it's first thing in the morning, I'm thinking, well, okay, we have a little bit of whatever. Is he telling me I need to get some work done? So it was offensive.
Okay, so 1, it was not meant to be offensive. 2, it wasn't about you. 3, how I feel about body work.
However, did you see that now him and Adidas They may be reconciling.
What? So it's not. Real quick, Adidas should reconcile with him, because at the end of the day, they tried to move on with his designs without him. It doesn't work like that. At the end of the day, Kanye, matter of fact, Kanye should get 50% of Adidas. He should get 50% of Adidas. Bottom line. Because you want to get rid of the guy and then and sell his shoes as just Adidas and not Yeezys.
You guys know that meme where the dog is like this?
No, come on, man. We dictate culture around here.
You know what I mean?
It's like buying a pair of fake Jordans.
You know what I mean?
It's like buying a pair of fake Jordans. I don't know. I thought this was pretty entertaining, but that is our topics for today. Listen, it's after the show. We've had an amazing show so far. A lot of stuff we're talking about. And we have an amazing young lady, right? She's been on Hot 97. She's been in Vanity Fair. She's been in Cosmopolitan. She's been all over.
She's been in Cosmopolitan?
Cosmopolitan.
I heard that. Oh, I caught it.
You wasn't supposed to hear that, right? You weren't supposed to hear that. I'm fresh. I've been drinking water. I have not had a bourbon yet. I hadn't had a cigar yet, so I apologize. But she's been all over the place, and she's also been voted, like in New York, as in the top 100 astrologists, period. Right? Yeah, I'm just saying, she got a lot of accomplishments. Kim Allen, aka Kim the Astrologist. How you doing, Kim? Welcome to After the Show.
Kim, welcome.
Thank you so much. Yay, nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you as well. So let me tell you, we're talking about astrology, right?
Yes.
So let me tell you about Jay and I, okay?
Okay.
Both Scorpios. We're born a day apart.
Oh, interesting. Yay.
I'm the 5th, she's the 7th.
But even though you're born under the same sun sign, your moon signs can be very different. And that has a difference in personalities. I have read twins, and they're born on the same day, but they are born like minutes or maybe like a half hour apart. And their personalities are different based on their moons. So yes, you can born under the same sun sign, which means your approach in life is the same, but how you feel about your internal life and the things that motivate you and attract you is your moon, and that can make all the difference in the world.
Wow. Okay.
All right. So that was a lot. I was locked in because it was a lot for me. And I have a really heavy question. What is the biggest misconception about an astrologist?
Well, that we can predict the future. So we're not really predictors of the future. What we do is we use the planets as a timetable, the cycles in people's lives, the ebbs and the flows. So it's just like, you use the sun when you're planting crops. You don't plant in the winter based on where the sun is and how the planets are moving. And it's the same thing in a person's life. You use the planets to dictate cycles and timing, which makes all the difference in the world.
So if like you said, you kind of explained already the difference of us being the same sign in the same month. What about our kids? I have a daughter that is
on the 3rd.
On the 3rd, I'm the 5th. She's the 7th. How does that fit in, or does that fit in?
Well, that means that y'all gonna have a great big old birthday party. That's what it means.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that you have people in the house that are very compatible. But you just have to know how to attend to their emotional needs. And when it deals with children, it also deals with their mental needs, because you can have a child that can be born under the sign, will have a Mercury under the sign of Pisces that can be super sensitive, and you have to learn how to communicate with them differently than a child who is born with a Mercury under the sign of Virgo. So it's all about what the planets really do, the signs really do, is show you the details of a person's character and how you can better understand their needs and what they really need in order to function well in the world.
So let's talk about compatibility and finding love in the month of February or not, and the reasons why people because I feel like people want to be loved because it's Valentine's Day, but that may not necessarily be the case.
No, because you know there is a such thing as self-love, self-appreciation. You don't have someone, that doesn't mean that you can't enjoy Valentine's Day. That means you just take yourself out, you know, buy yourself a little dinner, lunch, be surrounded by the people that you love to be around with your friend, and enjoy the fact that you are alive and showing some self-love to yourself, and allow the universe to send you some love, okay? Because people who enjoy their lives and enjoy themselves. It's more attractive. It's more attractive.
Right. I mean, we talk about that all the time. I really do. I am a firm believer that it's nobody else's responsibility to make you happy. It's really only your responsibility to make yourself happy. We talk about that a lot. We talk. But
a person can bring situations to you that bring enlightenment, that can bring fulfillment. For instance, you might be a person who only eats pizza, and she may bring steak into your life, and it's like, wow, I didn't know. I didn't realize that this was so delicious. So let's have some steak on this pizza, and then just kind of shake it up a little bit and enjoy it. So you can bring fulfillment through other people, not happiness, but fulfillment. Yes.
My two favorite foods, actually. And Kim, they my two favorite foods. I love a steak, New York strip, medium well, butterfly.
Okay.
I love a pizza, double pepperoni, light cheese, well done. No garlic in the front.
Absolutely.
It sounds like a win to me.
I really don't think they can hear.
I'm just saying that she knew it, right?
Well, I'm a foodie. Listen, I am a foodie. I'm a foodie. I like food, so I don't know about that now, okay?
and I thought it was like you could just kind of read me and my sign and Scorpio and knew what kind of food I like. No?
Now, let me just say about Scorpions. Scorpions, the way they handle their life, they like to be in charge and control. They don't like other people, they want to make sure that they are headed on the right direction and have control in their life. Right. They tend to be very observant people, and they're very intuitive. So they go by their feelings, and if it doesn't feel right with them, they are not going to go with it. Right. And they choose people carefully. So you are careful. The sign is very careful in terms of their approaches in life and what attracts them and what brings them to certain situations.
So Kim, I will have to agree to disagree. Okay. And everything that you said is pinpoint on me.
Okay.
But not so much with Jay when it comes to him choosing people. I have more of a stronger discernment and will tell him that person's not right. And he will continue with it until he sees it himself. And he actually is not that observant, honestly.
Okay.
I'm more observant than he is, because he'll say, I missed that. I don't know how I missed that. And I'm sitting there like, how are we born a day apart and you don't see the things that I see? Like in my mind, I'm thinking that, we have a lot of similar traits.
I'm in control. Like I have an issue with anybody else being in control.
Yes, he does.
Okay.
And sometimes he has an issue with it to a fault, right? Meaning that sometimes you have to let others have control, because if we were the smartest people in the world and the smartest people in the room, then we need to be in a room by ourselves, right? And with that said, my thought process is you don't always have to be in control, and you can't always control stuff. And it's a little hypocritical when you say to me, you can only control the things that you can control, right?
So what I can control, I control. Things I can't,
it's based on past experience. He's probably had some experiences in the past that led him to believe that he has to be in control, even more so. And in terms of his intuition, he's left that in your hands. It's like you are the person that's more in tune with things. So I'm going to let you do this and I will do that. And it makes for a real good partnership.
Right. Kim, listen, we thank you so much for spending, a little bit of time with us. We greatly appreciate that. We could have talked for hours, but I know we only really got you 7-8 minutes. So, we thank you so much.
You're welcome.
We really are happy about the things that you do. And to find what's going on with Kim, the astrologist, you can make sure you follow her on all social media platforms.
We have Shelly Wilkes, right? She's executive vice president of marketing for Orlando Magic.
Okay.
Yes. And I'm excited, especially, you know, we're coming into the community to meet someone and you know how I feel about basketball.
Right.
So, you know, I'm excited. They have so many great things happening and coming up, and just the opportunity to be able to sit and speak with her, you know.
Right. Is it okay that I ask her for some tickets?
You better not ask her for some tickets.
Floor?
Oh my God.
Or suite?
Well, at least you're not asking her to DJ.
I was great. That was the next thing. That was the next thing. Because at least that comes with a check as well, right?
Oh my God.
At least that comes with a check as
Poor
well. So I'm just
Shelly.
saying what, you know, I want to be politically correct. That's
Don't
it.
ask her for anything.
I probably will.
Oh my. Shelly, welcome to the show. Welcome to After the Show.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here.
How you doing?
I'm great. I'm
All right, so
excited to be talking to you all, and first time listener, first time visitor. So pumped to be on it.
Thank you so much. You know, listen, you know, we gotta ask you. I got stuff I gotta ask you. I need.
Okay, I'm ready.
I need
I hope.
floor
Oh
seats.
my gosh.
I need the suite.
I
I
apologize.
need the DJ.
I
I'm in
apologize.
this Orlando community now.
I
Shelly,
apologize.
Hey,
tell me-
okay.
tell me you're the person that
So-
can make this happen, Shelly.
I apologize.
I think we can make some of this happen. Courtside seats, a little questionable. You are members of the media, so I might be able to make something happen there.
All right.
But
I
we would love
apologize.
to host you at a game. I cannot promise courtside or a suite, but I can get you in the building to participate.
Everything's a look, Shelly.
Okay.
You know that. You do marketing all the time.
Yeah.
You're you're the president. You know.
Jay, this is first impressions. Thank you. I apologize, Shelly. So listen, Shelly, wine festival.
Yes.
Tell us about it.
Yeah, so the Orlando Magic Youth Foundation is one area of the company that I oversee, which is our foundation that's been in existence for 33 years. It was started by the DeVos family, who is our ownership group, and they invest heavily in the team through the foundation. The foundation's purpose is really to help organizations that benefit at-risk youth within our community. We've been fortunate enough to give millions of dollars. We're at about $27 million donated to the community over the last 32 years. In the last couple of years, we've donated and distributed $1 million each year, and we're slated to do that again this April. So very fortunate to be a part of the Orlando Magic Youth Foundation. And one of the ways that we raise those funds is through the Orlando Wine Festival and Auction. So I think you all are new to town, so maybe you haven't seen this event yet, but it's our third annual event, and we host this at the Ritz-Carlton Grand Lakes in Orlando, and it's a fantastic afternoon. We do a wine festival with different restaurants sampling food and different wineries on site, about 40 different wineries on site sampling wines. We follow that with a live auction with about 15 fabulous live auction lots, from winery experiences to the Masters to going to something you would probably enjoy, Jay, the NBA All-Star Game next year in Indianapolis. So a lot of great live auction lots for experiences. And then our full team, again, is there on site making an appearance. And it's all to raise funds that will go right back to Central Florida kids in need.
Tell us a little bit more about the Youth Foundation. And so you all's focus are strictly on at-risk kids, and tell us a little bit more about it.
Yeah, so we focus in really 4 areas of need within our community. We really hone in on Orange, Seminole, and Osceola County. We have a pretty extensive grant application process for nonprofits within those counties to apply based on these pillars that we serve. The specific pillars that we serve are around homelessness, arts, education, and health and wellness. And the goal there is to partner with organizations who have programs that truly drive impact with the youth that they serve. And so one of our grantees last year was CaSay Girls. So a local organization headed by a woman named Lane Powell, fantastic organization that goes into middle and high schools and exposes youth that and girls that have not been exposed to STEM, gives them on-site training, invites them to a summer camp, really does the work to expose people to opportunities. The other one that I really love that we've funded for many years is through the Orlando Ballet, and it's called the STEPS program. And through the STEPS program, they go out into the community. So elementary schools, middle schools, community centers that would never have been exposed to ballet as an opportunity. And they bring on-site instructors to teach kids ballet. And
Awesome.
I often say, like, we wouldn't have a Missy Copeland if we didn't have this type of program, right? So it's a very
Awesome.
cool program. So we're able to come alongside some of those organizations and just give them additional help to expand their programming. So we love what we're able to do, and we love the organizations that we partner with. We funded about 300 different nonprofits over the years, and coming up in April, it's not released yet, but we will be funding 24 nonprofits with a total of $1 million that will be going back to Central
incredible.
Florida.
That's
Yes.
incredible.
Yeah.
That is remarkable. That is remarkable work. Let me ask you a question. If someone is interested in donating an item for the auction, how could they do that?
Yeah, so all of the information about our event that's coming up is at wine.omyf.org. So everything that you would need to know for the event is listed on that website. And then just to learn more about the Orlando Magic Youth Foundation and opportunities to donate or partner or participate are at omyf.org. A lot of the information are on both of those websites, and we would love for people to learn more about what we do and hopefully attend our event in March. That event date, I didn't share that. It's March 25th. 2023, and that will be Saturday afternoon at the Ritz-Carlton.
Awesome.
You know, the blessing is that you're passing the blessings forward, and I think that's what we are supposed to do just as human beings, period, is to help and pass some blessings forward. And it needs to be more organization, more teams, more people, just period, doing that sort of thing, just to make sure that we give back to folks that maybe aren't as fortunate as us.
So last week's show we had, oh my God, from Sugar Hill, Master G. I had a fan out moment.
Okay.
And this week we have none other than Jackie Christie, OG from Basketball Wives. You
Yes.
know how I feel about Basketball Wives.
Yes.
She is the wife of former NBA player Doug Christie, who also is coaching now for Sacramento Kings, correct?
Okay.
Right? And she's been there. We're in season 10 and we're in season 10B. Jackie, welcome to the show.
What's going on, John?
I am wonderful, and thank you guys for having me.
You look amazing.
Yes, as well.
Thank you.
J&K, you've been under a rock.
Which I have not been under.
Are you sure? Because her husband is.
I know who her husband is. Like, don't disrespect me, grown man.
I was just trying
Doug
to tell you who it
Christie.
is.
And Doug actually used to blow you a kiss every time he shot a foul shot. What are you talking about? I'm a grown man.
Let me find out. You're my grown man,
That's it,
too.
I'm a grown
You're my
man.
grown man.
Don't let her disrespect me in front of you right now.
One thing I admire and we adore about you is the fact that you are an entrepreneur. Like, you make sure that you handle your business, and you also really try to guide the women. What can we expect from this season?
You can expect passion, turbulence, friendships that were, may not be. It's going to be really something to see. I feel like people don't want to miss a second of this. There's relationships that started, like Brooke and her husband, for example. You know what they were going through in 10A, if the people that watch that.
Right.
So 10B, you're going to see how it unfolds. You'll see a lot about me and my family and what I'm doing and, traveling, just a lot of things that's happening in my life. And then as far as British, with everything in her ankle bracelet and the law and IRS, and it's just so much to unpack. You guys are going to be amazed.
Jackie, thank you for being a part of After the Show. Thank you for coming on and being a part of J&K.
Right. Thank you so much. Thank you, man. We appreciate you.
You guys can watch Basketball Wives every Monday night at 9 p.m. on VH1. Business on live.
You must got something, because I can tell by the look on your face. I can tell by the look on your face you got something you want to get off your chest. So go ahead, get it off your chest.
What does it mean to be there for someone?
So you can interpret that a few different ways, right? So somebody can do their best to try to be there for somebody. And if that is coming up short, then the person needs to tell the other person, hey, this is exactly what I need. Because we don't know what we don't know. We don't know what we don't know. So there has to be a line of communication so that both parties are on the same page.
So what happens when you tell that person they still don't do it?
Well, they still may not know how to do it.
So that's kind of contradictory as to what you said.
No.
Well, if you don't know, so that is contradictory, because if you don't know how to accomplish the goals for how a person needs you to be there, then you then have to tell that person, I don't know how to, because what you just said, you don't know what you don't know.
That's true.
That's all I have for Love Business on Love.
And welcome to Food for Thought, franchise Jay Claxton right here on After the Show. Man, food for thought, let me say this to you. You pick up the habits of the 5 closest people to you. I want to say that one more time. You pick up the habits of the 5 closest people to you. So that tells you this. You have to watch your circle. You have to watch the people you let into your circle. You have to watch your energy. You have to really watch the people that you're around. You have to watch the things that you take in. You're watching After the Show right now. After the Show has to give you compelling content. You have to learn something. If you don't, then I don't expect you to spend time with you. So you have to make sure that your circle, the people around you, are making sure that you are good, right? You cannot be around somebody that is robbing, stealing, lying, cheating, and not think that you won't pick up some of these habits. You can't help it. It even goes to the things you watch on TV. No disrespect to, Jerry Springer and that sort of thing, but I don't want to watch that because I don't want that energy in my system. So food for thought for today, for After the Show, food for thought. Do me a favor, watch the people that you allow into your circle, because that energy will get into you. You will pick up those habits. Watch the people that you keep in your circle. Food for thought, franchise Jay Claxton. Time flies when you're having fun.
It does. It really does. We've had a great show today. We had Kim, the astrologer. Right. And then, of course, we had, Shelly from Orlando Magic,
right.
And just a great show. Once again, gotta say this. Thank you, Fire and Smoke Cigar Lounge, for allowing us to film here. Thank you to everyone, who's been watching the show and giving us positive feedback. And, of course, thank you to CaSay Entertainment.
Right. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to everybody that has anything to do with After the Show. Shout out to you for taking time out of your schedule to watch After the Show. Like I said, if you're not getting entertainment, information out of this, we're wasting your time. So we're not here to waste your time. We appreciate you. After the Show, franchise Jay Claxton, that's me, and Dr. Kaz Vaughn. We'll see you. We appreciate it. After the Show.
Thank you.